Hey guys, today I'm back to film my September favorites, honorable mentions, and unfavorites. I don't really have any honorable mentions this month, but I kind of do. So we're going to start with the favorites, and then I'll kind of move into honorable mentions, and we'll talk about unfavorites at the end. So this month has been an interesting month, to say the least. I've talked about it a million and one times, and I'll mention it once more. I transferred stores. So this was my first month at the new store and leaving my old store. There was a lot of stores set. We've had our grand opening and everything. Like, everything is kind of going the way that it's going to go from here on out. I'm not going to lie though, now that it's kind of going the way that it's supposed to, it's really, really boring. It's kind of a slow, we're in the mall and there's like some new stores coming in, but like, the new traffic hasn't like come in yet, kind of thing. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and kind of start with what I've been just kind of loving to get through this month. Because I've been doing everything from store set, which is like, setting up the shelves and all the product and everything, to, doing the grand opening stuff, which is like kind of like Black Friday. Like, you're just constantly ringing people out and your deals here and there and everywhere, and yeah. So surprisingly, I have really, really fallen in love with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And I think I've talked about before how I was panning this to get rid of it for my declutter video, and I still kind of feel that way. I really like the way that it looks. It just looks really, really nice in my opinion. It's just a nice looking foundation. My issue with it though is that it's not a correct match for me. I don't feel like you guys can probably tell on camera, but when I'm out in the sunlight, I just can tell that it's a little too dark for me. So that is kind of, I think, why I'm going to go ahead and keep panning it, because even though I love the formula, it's just not quite light enough for me. And it's something that I would repurchase in the future, but I would have to buy like Manic Panic Dream Tone or something that's I can mix in with it to just make it a little bit lighter, because it's just a little too dark for me. But I'm going to pan this for now. I'm going to pan a couple other foundations as well, and maybe I'll kind of come back to this. But it has been a favorite, and I've been applying it with my beauty blender. I apologize, mine's dirty, but I used it today, so it was dirty. But anyways, I've just been in love with my beauty blender lately. As you can tell, I don't really use it for concealing with like the tip and stuff. For some reason, I'm not really a huge fan of that. But for foundation, it is my favorite thing in the entire world. I do like my Real Techniques one as well, but this one is softer and it is like a little bit bouncier too. Like, I know it sounds so weird, like it's a makeup sponge, how different can it be? But I have really fallen in love with the Beauty Blender one because I think it's a lot better quality, I guess, as much as I kind of hate to say it, but I don't know, I've just really grown to love this one. But the main reason that I really personally love it is I just feel like it makes my foundation blend into my skin so much nicer and better than a brush does. I was using the L'Oreal Infallible with a brush for a while. I'm like, man, I'm just really not liking this foundation. Like, I'm really glad I'm deciding to pan it. And then I was like, one morning I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty blender just because I like to switch it up. Favorite combo ever. I just love it. I don't know. It's just the perfect thing. Like, it just looks so nice on my skin. The only thing is that it can get a little cakey looking around my hairline where, you just kind of have those little baby hairs. I feel like it can look a little cakey in there. I don't know. It's probably not going to really pick up on camera. But I just feel like it can look a little cakey there. So sometimes I kind of have to go over this with like the side that has like no product and try to like kind of, blend it out a little bit more. But I just feel like it makes foundation look better on your skin. Because I've really been into the like, I don't want to say the no makeup look, but I don't want to look like I have makeup just caked on. Like, I just want my skin to look naturally really nice. Like, I have nice skin. Not that my skin's terrible by any means, but, I just want to look like I have nice skin, not necessarily like I have a nice foundation on. So I've been kind of into this because I feel like it just makes it look more skin-like. It shears it out a little bit. So I have been all about the Beauty Blender lately. I'm obsessed. So there's that favorite. Another one, I talked about this too in my decluttering videos. These are the Rimmel Scandalized Eyeshadow Paints. Holy cow, these things are amazing. Like, why did I not use these way sooner? These I have had to resist using them every single day because I love them that much. And I'm kind of on the hunt for more, even though I think Rimmel discontinued these. But I don't know what it is. I've just really grown to like these. They're kind of a creamy, liquidy eyeshadow, but they're just so pretty, and they just, I don't know, the way they look on my lid is really, really pretty. And then I just take, you know, some matte colors, throw it in the crease, and I'm just really good to go. That one there is Chesnut Taupe. This one here is Rich Russet. This one's warmer, and I mean, either one is super pretty. But they're both two colors that I've been really obsessed with lately, so that's kind of nice. They're like in that taupe family. So, I don't know, I've just really, really liked these. They're very easy to apply. I've been kind of into quick makeup looks lately, and even though I don't think that this necessarily takes any less time to apply than a lid color, for some reason I've convinced myself that using these is faster than using just powder eyeshadow, even though I don't really think it is. I still do a transition color, a crease color. Sometimes I will even take, you know, a black or a really dark brown and kind of deepen up the outer V even just a little bit more, and then I just throw this on the lid. But I've convinced myself that using these is faster. I don't know, it probably really isn't that much faster, but they're just really pretty, and the formula is really long wearing. I can use them as a, you know, base under eyeshadows. I can use them alone. I just really like them. So I'm going to definitely be keeping these because I think I had said I was thinking about getting rid of them, but I'm obsessed, so I'm going to keep them and going to keep using them this next month because I really, really like them. So those are those, and see if I can find some more because they did have a really pretty, I think it was called like Pomegranate Punk or something like that, but it was like a really pretty dark red color, and I was like, oh, that would be gorgeous for fall. So a skincare favorite that I wanted to talk about. This is the Vichy Idealia Skin Sleep. One side's English and one side is like French. So the English side still says Idealia Skin Sleep, but it says Recovery Night Gel Balm. This is just a really nice moisturizer. I've never heard anybody really talk about Vichy or anything like that. It's, you know, something Ulta sells, and I got this as free from work from my old store, got us from there. But that's what it looks like. It's just kind of a pink gel balm moisturizer. I'm just gonna see if I can get a little bit out. So it looks like there. But it's just, I love the gel balm like moisturizers because I don't know, I just really like the way gel moisturizers feel. The only one I was never really crazy about was the Clinique, what is theirs called? The Dramatically Different Moisturizing. You could either get the lotion, which was for dry skin, or the gel, which was for oily skin. I didn't really like that one, but this one I really, really like. I'm going to try to show you, but it like makes my skin just really luminous and look really, really nice. It doesn't take too long to absorb. My only complaint about it though is that after my skin has pretty much absorbed all of it that it's going to absorb, it does leave my skin just slightly tacky. So this is a moisturizer that I have to use at night for sleeping because I can't really have that slightly tacky feeling when I'm going to put on makeup because I feel like it would probably be really bad. But it just smells really nice and I like the consistency of it. This is just kind of, in my opinion, a really nice moisturizer, and I was really impressed with it. And I do believe that this is a newer product from Vichy. So I'm just trying to see if it has any interesting facts about it, but there are a ton of different languages on here. So it is good for sensitive skin. It's hypoallergenic. It's got Vichy thermal spa water in it. So check that out because it's pretty nice. Some lip products I have been really loving this month. I completely forgot how much I love this lipstick. It is the Lorac Alter Ego lipstick in CEO. This is fantastic. It is the perfect fall color. It is like a pretty red-brown color, but it's like not too much of either. It's not too brown, it's not too red. That is what it looks like there. Jaclyn Hill has been wearing Kat Von D Lolita a lot lately, and Lolita looks very brown on me, but if I want how it looks on her, which is a little bit more red, And same thing, kind of a little bit red, kind of a little bit brown, but not too much of either. This is kind of what I'll reach for because I can more get that effect with this lipstick. But it's phenomenal. They are so creamy. I actually think they're pretty affordable too for being prestige products because I believe they're $16. Right now at this very moment they are $8 at Ulta. By the time I upload this though they probably won't be, so that's kind of sad. But they are $8 right now. They're very creamy, very pigmented. They smell like cake or cupcakes or something. They just smell very sweet, but not like overly sickeningly sweet. The packaging is nice. My only complaint though is that since they are so creamy, they do tend to ball up in the corners of my mouth a little bit more than most lipsticks do. So that is kind of my one complaint, but overall, like, this is just perfect fall lipstick in my opinion. So that is a favorite. The other one is the NYX Butter Lipstick, and this is in the one Pops. This I really like. It's kind of along the same lines, but it's a more natural version of it, and it's a little bit more pink instead of maybe more red. You can kind of see it there. On camera it looks red, but in person it looks pink. But this is just kind of a more natural version of that same color, and this is a little bit more moisturizing, whereas the Lorac Alter Ego is matte. So again, another favorite fall lipstick of mine. Love. And then what I have on today. Today is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss, and this is in Toasted Marshmallow. I have actually never worn this color besides just trying it on. I've never worn it for a full day though, and I have to say I kind of like it. It's kind of a... When I first apply it like this, it looks kind of a red color, like a red color, but once it kind of shears out, it kind of takes on a like more brown, kind of brown color, I guess, but there it just kind of looks like, you know, a brown red kind of vampy color. But then once it just, you know, wears off a little bit, it's a little bit more brown, and I kind of have been really liking that too. So that's kind of a new favorite. It's more maybe an honorable mention because I just now tried it on and liked it, but I wanted to mention it. Next is kind of a perfume that I've been obsessed with. So we all know it's pumpkin spice latte season for most people. I don't really like coffee. Sorry, I thought I just saw a spider. But anyways, for most people it's pumpkin spice latte season. I'm not really into coffee. I love the salted caramel hot chocolate from Starbucks. I'm on board with most things pumpkin. You know, I really like the smell of it and stuff, and I like pumpkin bars and stuff, but I'm not into coffee. And this is kind of, I don't know, this is the way that I do pumpkin spice latte. But this one is pumpkin latte and marshmallow comfort. I've talked about this last year. I think last year was the year that I actually purchased this, but it's just a Bath & Body Works fragrance mist, and it smells like fall in a bottle. It just smells really, really nice. I can kind of smell the marshmallow. The marshmallow is like the sweetness in the fragrance, but like you really just get the smell of the pumpkin kind of more than anything. I think the marshmallow is there just to kind of be kind of more sweet smelling. So you don't really smell the marshmallow a ton, but the pumpkin spice you can really, really smell. I love it. I've already used quite a bit of it because I want to say it was like up to here, like at the beginning of the month, and now I'm down to here. Like, I've been wearing this like almost every day. It has just been a favorite. I'm sure it will be next month too, and kind of going into November. Eventually I'll get sick of it and I'll be like, oh, no more. But right now I'm obsessed with it. Next, what do I want to talk about next? Let's talk about some fashion stuff, and then we'll go into honorable mentions. So this is kind of random. I hate clothes shopping, like, with a passion. I just hate trying things on. I hate finding things that I like, because if I find something I like, it doesn't mean I'm going to wear it all the time. And like, I'm always on the hunt for things that I'm like, am I going to wear that a lot, or is it just something I kind of want but I'm never going to wear it? So I don't like clothes shopping, to be totally honest. I'm not a big fan of it. But Maurice's has always been a place that I really like to shop. I promise you guys I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was. But anyways, Maurice's is a place that I always like to shop for clothes. They had a lot of cute shoes and stuff this time that I was kind of shopping, so I did get 2 pairs of shoes. The clothes I won't show you guys because it's not as I don't know. I didn't pick out anything super interesting. But I want to talk about the shoes. So these, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they are just kind of these cute wedges, and they have them in a ton of colors. There's a red, there's a black, there's this, I think this was like a herringbone print, but they're just really pretty and very fall appropriate, and because they're a wedge, they're really comfortable. I thought for sure, I was like, my boyfriend is going to hate these shoes and he is going to tell me to return them, and I'm just not going to listen. But he actually was like, you need to keep those. He's like, those are really, really cute. Because I tried them on and I was like, you know, it just feels like my foot is going to slip right out the back. And he's like, and I kind of walked around him and I'm like, yeah, they're comfortable, but it just feels like my foot's going to slip right out. And he's like, you should really keep those though. They're really, really cute. And I'm like, okay, so they're boyfriend approved. So then that kind of makes me feel like I should keep them. But they're just really, really cute. So it's going to take me a little getting used to, because this is like, because I'm used to wearing boots, so you know, they come up quite a bit higher, so to have something kind of sit here on my ankle, it's a little bit weird feeling. So once I get used to wearing them, I think they'll be totally fine, but they are very comfortable and really cute, and I like them because they actually do have like a sole on the bottom. I bought Maurice's shoes before, particularly boots that didn't have like a rubber sole on them, and I slipped and yeah, it was not good. Anyways, the other pair, I think these were called the Paisley boots. These ones I got just because I have so many black pairs of shoes. I don't really have any kind of brown shoes, so these were kind of that for me. Plus, I just really loved the way these look. They are kind of meant to look a little bit distressed kind of on the toe, and then back here on the heel spot, they're kind of meant to look a little bit like distressed and kind of worn. You can kind of tell, like me moving around the light, you can kind of see. But they're just made to look a little bit worn, but I really, really like them. Again, very comfortable. I have a sweater that just pairs so nicely with these. But I'm kind of thinking about doing a like fall lookbook a little bit. I don't really do a lot of fashion stuff on my channel, but I'm kind of thinking about it just because I have a lot of fall clothes, I guess, kind of. And I just have this sweater that would pair super, super nice with these boots. So I kind of wanted to show that to you guys, but yeah, these I believe are called like Paisley or Paley or something like that on Maurice's website. They are really, really cute. And again, comfortable. So there are those. Next, I'm going to go on to honorable mentions. Honorable mentions, I think these were my honorable mentions last month, but they're this month too. It is the Colourpop Lippie Stix. Colourpop has just been taking over my paychecks, basically. Their fall collection was super nice with the shadows and the Lippie Stix, and then now they have the Back to Cool collections, which I really want to get, the Lippie and the eyeshadow sets. I've been really restraining myself because, I don't know, I need to not spend so much money on makeup, but I did want to talk about what kind of Lippie Stix I got. So I got a couple that were from the fall collection, and then a couple that were just part of the permanent line that I've been wanting. This first one is Grunge, and Grunge I got because I originally bought Urban Decay's 1993 and just really wasn't a fan of it. So I ended up getting this one kind of thinking I might like it a little bit better, and I do. So that one there is Grunge. It's kind of it's definitely brown, but it's got a little bit of red in it. It's just like the perfect grungy color, so that one is amazing. Next is Tootsi. This is a more cool toned kind of gray beige color. And I actually bought the lip liner of this one as well. So there's Tootsi right there. That one I don't know if I'll wear a ton right now, but it's probably something I feel like I'll wear a lot more, maybe a little bit more in winter, but I might wear it now too, who knows. Next is Oh Snap. This is another one that is actually from the fall collection. This one I think is going to be like my all-time favorite nude lipstick. I really, really like this one. There's Oh Snap. I don't know, I feel like on camera it looks a little bit darker, but it's a nice nude. Next is Brink. This one is, I don't even know. I just like this one a lot. It's not really like anything I have. Like, I feel like when I swatch it, it looks very similar, but once I put it on, I'm like, I don't have anything like this. So there's Brink. It looks really red on camera, but it's not. It's kind of, it reminds me a lot of my soft matte lip cream in Zurich. It's kind of got a little bit of like this orangey red to it, but it's kind of got a little like mauviness to it too. And next are two red shades. This one is Fighter. This one, I don't know the full backstory on it, but something about a celebrity wore this on the red carpet, and it's the perfect red for redheads. I'm not a redhead, but I really liked how bright and intense it was. So there's Fighter. And then the last one I got was Blood. And Blood I'm a little disappointed with. I think I don't remember what color it was, but I feel like when this one's a little bit more sheared out, it's kind of a berry red, and I wanted it to be more of like a, I don't know, a truer dark red. On camera, of course, it looks like a true dark red, but when it's a little bit more sheared out, it has like a berry effect, and I was like, man, I was just really hoping it would just be, I don't know, a little bit different. So even though I do really like that one, it wasn't quite what I was expecting. I also have some Colourpop shadows that I got. So I only got two from the 90s collection because I was really restraining myself. First one is Party Time. And I have nothing like this in my collection, so that's kind of why I was like, alright, you can get it. But this shadow formulation feels better than any of the Colourpop shadows I've ever got. It is just like butter. Like butter. But anyways, it is like a kind of purpley gray color. It's pretty gray toned, but it definitely has like a hint of purple in there. I'll try to swatch it, but I'm not, you can kind of see it there. It's really, really pretty. I'm excited to wear that one. Kind of thinking I might wear it with Tootsi, since Tootsie's kind of cooler toned, but there's one of those. And then the other one I got was Mixtape, because these two I thought would, pair well together, and I kind of liked the way these two looked the most. And that one is that one's right there. It just looks like a cool toned taupe color, but it does kind of have like a little bit of purple to it. So there's that. And then I think I talked about these, I might not have, but I did get a couple other colors. This one is Tassel. It is a really light, very glittery color. This I kind of got to go in my inner corner. I tried to swatch it there. I'm running out of room though, to be totally honest. I just got that kind of for a very dramatic inner corner color, but I could definitely see myself using it on the lid too, because it's really pretty. I got the infamous I Heart This shadow because it's called I Heart This and it's one of their best sellers, so I was like, I need to try that. That one's kind of more of a champagne-y glitter color, but I really went with the glitters for most of these because I was just like obsessed with those. And then I got Millionaire. This one is kind of a more bronzy color, but it's got like gold and pink glitter in it. So you can see how intense that is right there. But there's those. Of course, I've already had Bay, but I did want to give it a little bit of a shout out because it is a gorgeous color for fall. It looks in the pan like a, I don't know, in some lights it kind of looks like a dark purple, but it's like a red brown with like a blue green shimmer shift to it. This is stunning for fall. One of my all-time favorites. So I did want to kind of give that a shout out as well. So those are my Colourpop shadows. Those are kind of honorable mentions. I think that's really it. I think we are now into the unfavorites, unfortunately. So this one kind of kills me to talk about, and I wish Colourpop had a return policy kind of for this reason. But I bought the Colourpop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is the color Beeper. In the packaging, I'm obsessed with the way it looks. But once it's on, it looks straight up brown on me. I'm going to see if I swatch it and if it'll capture how brown it looks, but it just doesn't look good on me. And it makes me really sad because I've seen so many YouTubers swatch it and it looks so nice on them, but on me it just looks brown. So that's kind of, this is what it looks like in the packaging, and then you can see the swatch there. It just comes out darker, and I don't know, it just doesn't look as good on me. So I'm a little sad because in the packaging I was like, oh my god, yes, like this color is going to be perfect. And then I put it on and I was kind of like, oh, like it's just not what I wanted it to be. It kind of sucks though because I was like, I think I had said this in a past video that I bought the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Lolita. This one's Double Dare, so it's a brighter red, but just to kind of show you what the packaging looks like. I bought Lolita, and I tried it on and I was like, I don't really know if I like this one. It looks really brown on me. It made Lolita look like it was red in comparison to this. And this one was Beeper, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but it just ends up looking straight up brown and it's just not flattering. I also bought Trap, and Trap kind of has a similar look on my lips. It's pretty brown. It's a very cool toned brown, but it just kind of doesn't look good on me. So I do kind of wish they had a, you know, a return policy so I could return it and get a different color. But I also understand their products are very cheap, and if they had a return policy, it would probably be a really big hassle for them. So I do kind of understand it, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't like this color, and I'm kind of stuck with it, and I wish I would have gotten something else. So, kind of a bummer. And then the last unfavorite is this Murad Acne Spot Fast Fix. I bought the whole like little acne Murad set from work, and I think it was like $30 or $40 something dollars, and then whatever my discount is on top of that. And this was kind of one of the key products I wanted to try, but I remember it came with the clarifying wash. It came with this little oil control mattifier that I actually do kind of like. Came with the acne clearing solution, which it comes in a really similar bottle to this, and that I actually really like. And maybe that's it, and then just this. But this I was really intrigued to try because I've tried the acne clearing solution and I really, really loved it. It does, like if I'm starting to break out, hormonal or whatever the reason be, I just put a bunch on, let it sit overnight, and I already see a dramatic difference in the morning. This, no. Nope. I go around and I, you know, just kind of put it on the places that need it, and there's just no difference. It just isn't doing anything for me. So I don't know. I don't know if this just isn't right for me or if it's actually just maybe like making the breakouts worse. I don't know. I'm just kind of not on board with this product. I don't know how I'm going to go about using this up or if I'm going to get rid of it or what I'm going to do, but it's just kind of an unfavorite because I've, you know, had a really bad zit right here. You can kind of faintly see it there still. But I mean, it was so bad that, you know, I was downstairs doing something and my boyfriend's like, you have a bump on your head. Like, he thought I like fell and like hit my head on something or like walked into a wall or something. Like, he thought like I hurt myself and had a huge goose egg on my forehead. And I just looked at him and I was like, and he's like, oh my god, he's like, it's a zit, isn't it? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, I hate when he brings attention to the fact that I have a zit. And he was like, oh my god, like she's gonna kill me. And I'm like, no, I'm like, I'm angry because I'm like, it hurts so bad. It's like huge and swollen, and I don't know, I put this on like 2 or 3 nights in a row and it just never got better. It was still like a huge goose egg for like 3 or 4 days. It's finally like pretty much gone now. It's just that little bump right there. But for 3 or 4 days, it was really starting to piss me off. So anyways, this just didn't do anything to help it, and now it's like when I needed it to the most. For some reason, I didn't try the acne clearing solution on it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't try it, so maybe that would have worked better, but this just did nothing. So anyways, I think that's it. The only favorite I know I forgot to talk about was my headband. My hair is just doing weird things now. This headband is from Ulta. It's from the brand Capelli, and it's like a jersey fabric headband, so it is super, super soft. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off just to kind of show you guys quick. But it's like a really thick headband, and then I just kind of scrunch it up and wear it. The main way I've been wearing it is just throwing my hair up in a bun and then I'll like put this in. But I'm just trying to like make it a little while longer before I have to do my roots, so headbands kind of help. But it's just a really soft jersey print. It's really cute plaid for the fall, so I am obsessed with this. So anyways, that is all my favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm thinking about when I'm going to post this, and it's probably going to be next week, which will be like the last little bit of September. Of course, I'll have Project Pan stuff coming up soon, but then I also am going to have a couple get ready with me's and try and do some like more tutorial stuff. I just don't do enough of that stuff on my channel, I feel like, and I want to do more. So I'm going to try to start doing more of that stuff. If there's anything in particular that you want to see tutorial makeup wise, let me know. Even if it's not, just, you know, let me know anyways, because I'll do it. But yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, so thank you guys for hanging out with me today and watching, of course, as always. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!